the kind of ethical leadership that we want in South Africa to take us to the promised economic destination, to make radical economic transformation a reality. I say the ethical leadership that is going to ensure that there is economic revolution in this country. Because if we think things are going to happen normally, we're just fooling ourselves. We need an economic revolution in this country. And the question then is, can ethical leadership lead us to economic revolution? And in my paper here, I've defined what is economic revolution. You spoke about race, not to be equated with economic function, isn't it? Or economic backwardness. When I talk about economic revolution, I'm talking about the fundamental redefinition of power relations in South Africa between the haves and the have-nots, which are currently skewed in favor of our white compatriots. Now, the lineage of iron sharpens iron. The leadership that is empowering, the leadership that is thinking, leadership that makes us think, the leadership that is influencing, and with implementation uppermost in its minds and actions. That's the kind of leadership that we need in South Africa. Leadership that understands that its role is not primarily to deal with just strategic or operational plans, but vision. The leadership that knows that to successfully effect an economic revolution it needs to deal decisively and inspirationally with national unity. There is no national unity in this country. Who are we as South Africans? What is the national identity? We need a conversation to begin to describe who as a nation. What is the national pride and national psyche of South Africans? We need a new patriotism in this country that will underpin a new patriotic front of all positive forces and stakeholder groups. There is a myth that we must debunk. Every time we talk, every time we say things, we're talking about political leadership. Where are other political, or where are other leadership formations? When we got our political freedom, it's all of us who are working in different stakeholder groups and publics, and together we delivered April 27. Yeah. Now, if we think we're going to deliver economic power and leave it to the politicians, 50 years our independence will still be talking this language. So all formations, all leadership formations must stand up and be counted. This country needs a new mindset, new partnerships, listening and learning from the future. Yeah. One day I would like to talk about that, listening and learning from the future. Because we must ask, how do you listen to the future? So, I'm saying, leaders of various formations should stand up and be counted. Whilst I totally agree with one unnamed African philosopher when he said, and I quote, "Criticism is the leader's greatest test of maturity, conviction and commitment to his or her vision. But the avalanche of criticism directed at our government leadership leaves much to be desired. It leaves me in a delirium. Those throwing these big stones do not only live in glass houses, but have abdicated their own responsibility to contribute towards a better future." When you see a highly successful company, when you see a highly successful institution, when you see a highly successful nation like Malaysia, for me, you must know that courageous decisions have been made. We need courage in South Africa. We need courageous leaders who may be ethical, but they must be courageous. Thank you.